Do you believe Sean Suiter killed himself?
I believe that we are no closer today from conclusively knowing what happened than we were several months ago.
Kevin Davis says the conclusion by the independent review board that Sean Suiter committed suicide was irresponsible, including, the former commissioner says, little attempt at figuring out Suiter's frame of mind. A glaring hole in this report, he says, is spelled out in who this panel did not interview as part of their investigation.
They engaged in inductive reasoning. They started off with a conclusion, and then they filled in the blanks. And I don't know of any other way to think of it, especially when you look at the fact that they ignored such important people to interview. Nicole Suiter, Sean Suiter's sergeant, Sean Suiter's squad. Those interviews didn't take place.
We know this board did not speak with Nicole Suiter. She confirmed as much in an interview with WMAR 2 News yesterday. We have asked, for 2 days in a row now, for a witness list, but we have yet to receive one. But the criticism goes both ways. There was plenty in this report about Kevin Davis as well. He does say some of it is fair. He freely admits his handling of locking down Harlem Park and incident command during the investigation could have been handled better. But he takes issue with the board's assertion in this report that he misled the public. Davis says he did know the day after Suiter was killed that he was scheduled to testify to a grand jury. But he defends his releasing of that information when he did, choosing instead to wait until after the officer's funeral.
Within days, in fact, it was the day before Thanksgiving, I shared that information with the community at a press conference. Within days after that, I shared with the community at another press conference on December the 1st that I thought suicide was a possibility. So the assertions within the independent review board that I misled the public, those are completely false.
But Davis's main issue with this report is that finding of suicide, a conclusion he says was reached without any new evidence, obvious mistakes, and glaring omissions. He says it only serves as a convenience while victimizing the Suiter family once again.
There is a feeling that this thing needs to be wrapped up, it needs to have a bow on it, and it needs to be put on a shelf so the city and the police department can, quote unquote, move on.
So you're saying this is a politically expedient conclusion?
Well, hiring a consultant, giving a consultant a finite financial contract, sure, there's a lot of pressure to come up with a conclusion.
Now, we reached out to both the chair and co-chair for the response to Davis's harsh reaction. We have yet to hear back, but during yesterday's news conference, the two men said the finding of suicide was unanimous among the 7 board members, and the IRB says it followed strictly the facts of this case.
All right, Brian, you can read the full IRB report as well as previous articles about the death of Detective Sean Suiter. All you need to do is look right there on WMAR 2 News app.